We're going to start today's video with an update from Jake Tapper on X. President Trump is now suggesting that Democratic lawmakers should be executed after he posted on his Truth Social platform, seditious behaviour is punishable by death. Don't threaten me with a good time, Jake, please. Please don't do that to me. Don't raise false hopes that we'll start treating treasonous dogs who sell their own people and country down the river. Please don't excite me by suggesting we might break the guillotines out for such people. It's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. And as for you, Mr. President, please stop posting things like that. A man can only get so erect before it starts to become a little bit painful. Now I've set the mood, I've got the fun stuff out the way, it's time to do something harrowing, which is read you the news from the UK. Obviously, it's far more depressing than what we get out here in the United States. And we're going to be talking about an Afghan. So you know what's coming, don't you? I don't have to tell you. It's not going to be Afghan opens children's hospital or Afghan rescues puppies, is it? Is it? You all know what Bakhia Bazi is. I'm pretty sure you saw this story coming 25 miles away, didn't you? From the BBC, Afghan national admits struggle snuggle with 12-year-old girl. Well, blow me down with a feather. I thought that was going to be Afghan national founds award-winning business enterprise and employs 200 locals. No. He did the obvious, didn't he? 'Cause he's an Afghan. And that's what they tend to do when we fly them into the UK completely unvetted from the worst nations on planet Earth. So I'll read you the story. I'll plug the flash mob that's going to form up in response to this, as well they should. And we can all lament the fact that the majority of you aren't lucky enough to live in a country where the president has got a set of big orange coconuts between his legs and he's dishing the beats out to the globalist vermin. Unlucky. Right, here we go. I mean, again, it's every day. It's every day. If I even attempted to keep up with the laundry list of appalling, diddling, sex-related pest crimes from the people that the UK government's purposely imported to replace you because they hate you, I'd never have anything else. I wouldn't be able to work. I wouldn't be able to do anything other than sit at my computer 18 hours a day, stringing together stories of the detritus of humanity, the sloshing portaloos that the British government imports daily, thousands and thousands and thousands of them, because they want to eradicate you from planet Earth, because they're evil. Anyway, that's enough ranting. Let's read the story, shall we? Steel yourselves and let's read the story. Afghan national admits to the obvious. A hairy-arsed illegal immigrant by the name of Ahmad Moulakhil has pleaded guilty at Warwick Crown Court to one count of ruining a child's weekend under the age of 13. He had previously denied the charge. Moulakhil, of no fixed abode, also denied abducting a child, 3 counts of surprise sexing a child, and 2 counts of ferocious diddling. He appeared alongside co-defendant. Whoa, that's weird. And I've never seen a bloke with a name like that be a criminal miscreant before. How peculiar. Normally they're such splendid fellows, aren't they? And he's also of no fixed abode. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad we're importing fellas like that. We've moved up in the world, haven't we? We've moved up in the world. Before we used to just import criminal, sexual deviant migrant men. Now we're importing criminal, sexual deviant, homeless migrant men. Brilliant. We're doing it. They tell us they're all doctors and surgeons. I've never met a homeless surgeon. No, not once. Mighty Mo denies attempting to take a child, aiding and abetting with the diddling of a child, and intentional strangulation. So basically they tortured a child. Yeah, tortured a child. The defendants, who Warwickshire Police previously confirmed were Afghan nationals, were aided by interpreters. Oh, because they're cheap. Yeah, they cost you now, interpreters. I'm glad they all need interpreters. And Judge Christina Montgomery Casey. Okay, so first of all, it's a bird. Second of all, she's got a KC. So therefore, thus, we can deduce, Mr. Holmes, that she's a far-left, Guardian-reading, sparrow-boned communist activist who'll treat them with kid gloves, as usual. I hope you've got a spare room, because Christina is moving them into your house. And if your missus doesn't pull him off 3 times a week, that is against his human rights, and she could go to prison. So you best tell her to start, doing some forearm exercises and buying an industrial strength bucket of Vaseline because she's going to be busy for the next few months. And if you think I'm taking the piss, I'm only half joking, aren't I? Because they've already floated the idea of forcing people with spare houses and spare flats and spare bedrooms to put these walking shitbags up. So it's funny now, but trust me, it won't be in a couple of months' time, will it? Not when you're running a ruthlessly enforced state-mandated rub and tug shop for dirty foreign criminals. The offences are said to have taken place on the 22nd of July, so they got busy nice and quickly. And Kabir and Moolakil, that sounds like a really shit comedy duo, doesn't it? Kabir and Moolakil. They confirmed the names and entered the guilty pleas when they were arraigned on one count. Probably took a plea deal, didn't they? They tortured a kid, so they took a plea deal and they'll get off with a slap wrist. And then obviously the judge pauses to give them a pointless lecture for the benefit of the cameras and the journalists. You should both reflect carefully on your position before that takes place. Yeah, diddler, career criminal scum. They do a lot of self-reflection, don't they? Of course they do. Anyway, get angry, keep getting angry. I'm more than happy to keep throwing petrol on these flames. Everybody in the whole country should be enraged. Anyone who has or even knows a child should be very, very concerned about them and have them out on the streets with cast iron knickers 24/7. In fact, just hire a private detective, chain them to your child and just have them walk the streets with them 24/7. You can't let them out of your sight in the UK these days because they've imported about 8 million pervy foreign men who don't just hate you and your children, they've been commanded by their big book of desert fables to root out the unbelievers wherever they may find them and either end them via the medium of extreme violence or bum them into oblivion. So this is where we're at. Anyway, Vinaigrette Tits asked me to share this. I'm more than happy to do so. Apparently, they're having a flash protest in Nuneaton. It's taking place on Saturday, so tomorrow, 12 p.m. at the Town Hall in Cotton Road, Nuneaton. CV115AA if you need to set your sat-nav because you're driving somewhere from out of town, which I would suggest you do because what else are you going to do? Saturday, probably not at work. What else are you going to do? Go and watch 22 overpaid foreigners kicking a ball round. What would you want to do that for? Especially after Ian Wright's latest revelation. Did you hear that one? Yeah, that one. Ian Wright said the world's not ready for a black superstar. Yeah, 40 years after they were ready for John Barnes. And everyone was singing his praises and dancing along to that New Order tune before the World Cup. Yeah, apparently you're not ready for it. This is what I'm talking about. The people that you give your money to despise you. Anthony Joshua said the quiet part out loud. We were all on board. We were all cheering on Barnsley and we all liked Ian Wright. But now we've realised that they play this tribal game, don't they? And if we don't do the same and come together as a people, well, we're going to get eradicated off the face of the earth. So I suggest you do something useful this Saturday. Don't go to the football match. Have a drive to Nuneaton and tell the human scum that lords it over the people there exactly what you think of them. All right? That'll do it for the day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing a stream with Dino, my old pal, quite early tomorrow. I think it's about 3, so I'll have to set my alarm clock. But I might see you there. If not, I'll probably be streaming about 7 p.m. UK. And yeah, if you don't stick your head in, have a marvellous weekend. See you soon. Toodle pip. Cheers.